Right. Fucking tools all over. Now it seems to me it's like this spring doesn't fit inside. It's supposed to stay like that. So. This part might be a little bit of a bitch. Move the shifter out. That's not in the way. A bit dirty. Make sure this is sitting in there nice and snug, and you know, aligned. If it is aligned, shift back and forth very easily like that. Spring looks like it does go in side there. God damn, I'm not sure. That's sort of hot in there. Damn, that's weird. No, this is supposed to go all the way to the very end here, so the spring here doesn't really make sense. Unless it's actually in the middle. Okay, yeah, this is... Alright. Before I continue, I'd just like to mention the defect here. The defect in design. There's the output shaft, but you see, it's splined all the way in. Now the problem is, yeah, you have the oil seal here, but you know, it's riding on top of the splines here, so the oil can actually get out inside through the splines. Right? I mean, it's not going to happen because this is there. The oil seal will actually go around this here, the yoke, that's the name, like that. But you know, still, I would have designed it so that there is a solid section here without the splines, and I'd put another oil seal right there. Okay? I mean, what's actually sealing the oil here, remember all this is filled with oil, is the splines here on this. So for me to show you here, I'm pushing it all the way in. This does need some oil, and I don't want to put oil in it. Fuck. Put some oil in it right now. This gets everything dirty, hands dirty. I'm not going to put any oil. So I'm going to have to hold it through here when I move the transmission. I mean, I can carry. Yeah, let's just put some oil. There. Let's sort of turn it around so that it finds the spot that it likes. It's very close. Precision here. There we go. So the oil seal is actually here, but you see the splines? I mean, the idea is that the oil won't leak through the splines, but I mean it won't, but I don't know, I just like to be, like I say, I like to be at 1,000% rather than 100%. Well, the oil is not going to leak through the splines, but an oil seal over there would be a lot nicer. And besides, this here is turning really fast, and the oil seal is around it, so it's going to wear out the oil seal, right? I mean, there it's the same, but it's a little smaller, so it's going to turn slower. I mean, like I say, I'm just be careful because I put this in. Now the transmission adapter case is also moving. As you can see, there's a lot of them. There we go. Okay. Now this spring here actually goes in between, because I had to put it in before. It's gonna, you see there, this is a little bit this rail here, it's thicker over here so that the spring can't go further. But if I were to put it here right now, then the spring would completely compress once I put the case in. So the place that it should actually go in is in between those two holes right there that you see. So because it actually won't, the spring won't fit in these holes here. See there, it won't fit in. Therefore, that's the only place where it can go. It is going to be in the way of the shift rail for now, but once the spring is compressed, then it'll clear, I believe. Let's put the baby in. Just maybe clean up this crayon here. Fuck, we do need a gasket for it. Just put it in like this now, and then I'll remove, just to show you, then I'll remove it later. Let's put the gasket. I'm just going to put some oil here so that slides in a little bit better. Spring is still there where it's supposed to be. This is the casing. Apologies, the housing, you see, it's got machine surfaces inside. They go pretty snug around the ring gear and the clutch roller gear. Just let me realign the spring here. Just gonna get some oil, dab it here as well, right here. So there's sort of like a this here. That the case fits in there pretty tight. Depending on the oil thickness, a gasket might not be vital, but what I'll do is I'll probably just make the gasket later. What I'm going to use for gasket is put some oil on the inside as well. I am going to use a shower pan liner. From Home Depot Auto Parts. You guys heard of that parts source of parts, sorry. Auto Parts store. Home Depot Auto Parts. We have plumbing pipes, which I mean are exhaust pipes. Used for exhaust. Fucking spring is moving. Later on I'll put anti-seize on these bolts. For now, I just want them to be clean because I'm going to paint this. And if you've played around with anti-seize, it really is a bitch to get off your hands. Push it back, you know, pull the transmission back and give it a good push. I'm only going to put in 2 bolts for now, so that I'm able to paint the case here, even where the bolt goes. Which I don't know if it'll be good, but I mean at least we can get into those crevices there. Okay, yeah, let's put this shift rail back in here. It's supposed to go like this. See, shifted rail. This pushes in nicely. Then we'll test it. See, I can feel it. Hear that? And if its overdrive is disabled, then that will give 1 full turn. Remember, 1-to-1 radio. And if overdrive is enabled in 3rd gear, that one will turn a lot faster. The output shaft will turn a lot faster. I'm just going to use the yoke here as a mark. See how many full turns it gives. So let's see. Mark the input shaft here. Oh wait, hang on. Here's something that I can do. Here's an old clutch plate. I can put it here on the input shaft and use it to turn the input shaft a little easier. So spring is facing up. Wow guys, this turns beautifully. Yeah, there we go. I've only turned it about 75%. And sorry. I put the yoke there at the end. See how this part is facing up I'm using that as a mark, and I'm looking at one of the springs on the clutch here, and I can see that. See, I can give about about exactly 0.7 of a turn. That one gives a full turn. Now if I push this back, push the shift lever into manual mode, now I should give one full turn, and that will also give one full turn. So, yeah, exactly one full turn. 1-to-1 radial, third gear again. Which means we are in manual mode. Let the lever go. See, and the spring pushes it back so that it's normally in overdrive mode. So when you get in the car, everything's off. It should be in overdrive. That's normal position. You have to move it so that it's in direct drive. Shifts very nicely. Everything's working. It will shift out. It will move out because we don't have the little remember there was a little what's it called, tapered pin there, little hole. See the hole for the tapered pin? That will prevent this from coming out this way. When it's out, the shifter is out, it just moves freely. See? It doesn't do anything. It's hanging in there. But just push it back in, and now it's working again. I'm not going to put this in now because I might still have to disassemble the transmission and put in a gasket. Now I'm not sure if we do need a gasket. I'm not sure if that's necessary. The gasket that was in here before was just a paper gasket. So I mean, it was really thin. Could put in some silicone, some RTV, special RTV silicone gasket maker. Or I might cut out the rubber gasket. I'll show you the material that I'm talking about. Here's what I use here. Used it as the oil pan liner. I just got this from a construction site. They threw this away. It goes on the shower. We have the shower, and it's not a bathtub shower. It's a shower. And then, in order to prevent leaks from, because water will infiltrate concrete, right? Concrete is still porous, so they'll put this thing here, this rubbery material. They'll put this rubber underneath to impermeabilize it, make it impermeable. So the one that I used in the Rambler, it's actually a lot stiffer. I think it's PVC. This one is actually a lot nicer to deal with. It's more rubbery and it just feels better. Okay, so that's what we have now. Now for the remaining part, that's it, guys. Up here goes the lid. You screw in the governor on the other side. It goes in the other side like that. Solenoid, you need, remember, it's like a slot, so you put it in like this, I believe, and then turn it, and the other way around. This one just goes in straight, apparently. Well, it shouldn't. I sort of turn this over here. here has to turn. Solenoid here. Normally it's supposed to go in like this, and then you turn it, then it doesn't come out. But the position that it's in now, it actually comes out. That's probably because when I removed it, when I disassembled this here stayed in the wrong place. I should be able to just move it like that. The wrench. Maybe not. There. Okay, so that will have to be fixed. If I just put it in like this easily, then it won't push back. It won't pull the won't pull the damn, what's it called again? The pawl back. It'll push it forward, won't pull it back. It has to be locked in there in order to pull it back. Let me just try to yeah, that's it, guys. That's the complete assembly. T96 transmission. Okay, yeah, I just forgot one little thing here. It's the bracket for the cable. This would go here at the end, and it's a shut-off switch. I believe it shuts off the ignition for a couple seconds. I don't know, I'm not sure. See what it's called in the manual. This switch here. Looks like I'll be needing a new one, unless I can adapt or replace that one. In the manual, it is called the lockout switch. Now, the bracket here, how did it go? Not really. I can't remember exactly how this bracket goes here. Would it go up here, or maybe down here? I think. Would it go on this? Maybe on top of, like maybe here underneath the. See. Fuck, the manual doesn't show where this goes. Fortunately, I should have it in another video, but in the old video, but it is really heavy. Now the thing is, the rubber gasket might prevent any vibration, which might crack the housing. So it might be good. Not sure if we can leave it without a gasket. This side is already without a gasket. I mean, it was a paper gasket, so I doubt that it would make much difference in terms of vibration. Now that gasket there, this one here, it's actually fairly thick. I'm not sure it's suitable. It might add, that thickness. Nah, it's not really going to matter, but let me just do a little video of it shifting, of me shifting it. It's an overdrive, neutral, reverse, automatically goes into manual mode, neutral, first overdrive, See the difference. That would be first. You see how it's actually slowed down now? First direct. First overdrive. It's a little faster. And quite a bit faster. Look at that. Look at the difference. I'm going to spin the transmission with both hands. That's overdrive. That's direct. Neutral. Second over. That's second overdrive. This is second direct. Look, wow, it's a lot slower. Holy shit! I'm just using one hand now. Overdrive. Third gear, neutral. Third gear. Third gear overdrive. Third gear direct. Both hands. Third gear overdrive with both hands. Let me zoom in on the output shaft so that you can see what's happening. Overdrive. Direct drive. Overdrive. Direct drive. It's very noticeable, guys. We have a couple more minutes. I'll just show you the I'm going to try to put it without a gasket. It was only a paper gasket, so it's not going to make a lot of difference in terms of vibration, but I might just put it in later. But I'm just going to show you here how the gears look, and I don't have oil inside it yet because I'm going to be moving this around and I'm going to paint it, so the oil not only makes it heavier and more cumbersome, but can also leak and spill and ruin the paint right. So third gear, just to show you guys how it is right now. Still before the paint job. The lid only has 4 holes in this case. Sometimes it has 3 on each side, I mean. 6 total. This one has 4. There's a little vent hole right there. It does turn very freely, guys. The direction of the input in the direction of the normal rotation of the engine actually spins quite a bit easier. If I reverse the rotation, it spins a lot harder. It's supposed to be like that, apparently. There's the gears in there. Push the clutch plate in here so I can turn this a little bit better. No, that's good. Third, that's neutral. This synchro gear is turning. It's not supposed to turn normally because I